everybody, it's Michelle and welcome back to the Royal Daily Tea. I hope everyone has had a lovely week so far, but we have a lot of juicy royal tea to get through today, so you know what to do. Sit back and relax, grab yourself a beverage, and let's get into the Royal Daily Tea. So in my last video where we talked about Queen Marguerite or Queen Margarita, a lot of people were correcting me saying she's not Ragland, it's Regent. It's pronounced Regent. You actually are incorrect. Queen Marguerite and Queen Elizabeth II are known as Queen Regnants. There's a difference between a Queen Regnant and a Queen Regent, just like there's a difference between a Queen Regnant and a Queen Consort. So a Queen Regnant possesses and exercises sovereign powers, whereas a Queen Consort or a Queen Regent shares with her spouse or children's rank and the titles, but do not share the sovereignty of her spouse or child. Meaning Queen Marguerite was born queen. She was born into royalty. She was the heir to the throne. Therefore, she is the Queen Regnant. Versus Camilla is actually Queen Consort. She only has the queen title due to the fact she's married to the king, who is the sovereign. Queen Elizabeth II was Queen Regnant, and she was the heir to the throne, and she is the ruling sovereign. Prince Philip would never be king because he is beneath his wife, who is the sovereign. Queen Marguerite was the only left Queen Regnant in the world, in Europe. That is why her stepping down is such a huge deal, because after Queen Marguerite, we will not have a ruling Queen of Europe. We will have her son, Crown Prince Frederick, will be King Frederick X, and Crown Princess Mary will be Queen Mary, but technically she is a Queen Consort. She will not be a Queen Regnant. There is a huge difference. A Queen Regent is a queen who is acting in place of her spouse or her child. Let's say King Charles fell ill and there wasn't an heir apparent. Let's say the heir apparent was only 10 years old. Camilla could act as Queen Regent, meaning she can rule in place of her husband until the heir got the throne. Fun fact, Catherine of Aragon was actually Queen Regent when she was married to King Henry VIII when he went off to battle. She was then king and queen. She was the monarch. She was the ruling sovereign in place of her husband. But Queen Marguerite was regnant. She was the sovereign. So she was not regent. There's also a dowager queen, which would mean a widower or a widow. Someone who lost her husband would be a dowager. However, most of the time, the queen would not take on the role of dowager. That's more for a duchess or a countess. Most of the time, she would just remain queen, but not the queen. There is also the role of queen mother. And so far in history, we've only had one real queen mother, and that was Queen Elizabeth's mother. When Queen Elizabeth ascended the throne, she became known as the Queen's mother. Now, fun fact, Catherine, the Princess of Wales, will eventually be Queen Consort or Queen, but when George takes the throne, she will be known as King's mother. And if you've noticed, a lot of times Catherine is channeling the Queen Mother by honoring her, most recently by wearing the Strathmore tiara, which belonged to the Queen Mother. But the exciting news is the next generation of royals, we're going to have the most Queen Regnants in history. So that is why the next generation is going to be very exciting to watch. All of the future Queen Regnants take over Europe, but for the time being, for the next 20 to 30 years, it's going to be ruled by kings. Although I do believe that Crown Princess Victoria of Sweden could take the throne in the next 5 years. I do believe we're going to see a change over in Sweden and possibly in Norway, but you'll have to stay tuned for that. But I just wanted to clarify the differences of queens. So Princess Catherine is days away from a birthday promotion with an upgrade to her title. Now, as we know, Catherine, the Princess of Wales, is turning 42 on the 9th of January, and it is said that she's going to have a very low-key celebration with her family. But the rumor on the street is she could receive a brand new royal title. King Charles might even seal his daughter-in-law with a brand new position by appointing her as Royal Lady of the Order of the Garter. Now, this title is the oldest and the most senior order of chivalry in Britain and was first established almost 700 years ago by Edward III. Now, this new appointment would cement her seniority in the firm and is personally chosen by the monarch. It will also place her alongside Queen Camilla, Princess Anne, Princess Alexandria, as well as her husband, Prince William, who is already one of the royal knights. I really hope that Catherine does receive this brand new honor because I believe she fully deserves it. She has been nothing but the epitome of class and grace and a blessing to the royal family. So is Meghan Markle still represented by WME? There's a huge rumor and conspiracy theory that Meghan Markle has been dropped by the talent agency. Now, Meghan Markle signed with the William Morris Endeavor Agency back in April of 2023, and it was known publicly that Ari Emanuel, one of the hottest agents in the business, was representing Meghan Markle. But as of January 2024, it's been crickets. It's been nada. We have not seen or heard anything that the William Morris Agency has gotten for Meghan Markle in terms of work. Now, we do find that very suspicious how quiet the William Morris Agency has been in regards to representation of Meghan Markle. We have to be honest, her name draws headlines, and if someone said, hey, Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, is going to appear here, or she's going to be working on this movie here, through the William Morris Agency, that would be front page news. It has been radio silent. It's almost like they are the Whisper Morris Endeavor. Shh, we don't talk about Meghan. It's a whisper. Why are they so silent? Why are they not pushing her out to every single event? Why is she not at the Oscars? Why is she not at the Golden Globes? Why is she not appearing in movies or TV shows? Literally no brand deals, no brands want to work with Meghan Markle. So now they are being radio silenced, and in my opinion, are they unconsciously uncoupling from Meghan Markle? Now, many people took to social media saying that Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, her name is nowhere to be found on the entire talent agency's official website, which is really odd considering they list a lot of A-list celebrities, but Meghan Markle is conspicuously absent. Again, Meghan Markle, are you the Casper ghost of clients that nobody wants to see or hear or mention at the WME agency? Again, everything with Harry and Meghan, it's always smoke and mirrors. Nothing ever adds up with Meghan Markle. Now, Meghan and Prince Harry did sign up with a subsidiary of WME called the Harry Walker Agency back in 2020. Now, this agency specializes in speaking engagements for celebrities to get 6 figures or $1 million. Someone like Michelle Obama would get hired to go speak at a college, that type of thing. Well, again, it has been radio silent. Nobody has hired either Prince Harry or Meghan Markle to speak at a formal engagement. Again, even at Kevin Costner's charity event, they had to rustle the microphone away from Meghan Markle. Nobody wants to hear her word salad gobbledygook, not even for free. So do you think anyone's going to pay this woman 6 figures? I don't think so. I do find it interesting that not only has the Harry Walker Agency failed to land speaking events for both Harry and Meghan since 2020, but in almost a year, the William Morris Agency has landed nothing for Meghan Markle. Now, fans are starting to speculate on Quora and Reddit that she has in fact been dropped. And as I've said many times on my channel, in my personal opinion, I believe they're letting the contract run out. It's going to run its course in the spring, and they're going to come out with an announcement that they're mutually uncoupling the contract. But again, they can't wait to get rid of this woman. Now, according to inside sources who do work at WME, she's difficult. She's a difficult diva. We all know I'm Meghan, but you better call me Duchess. We all know she's not a girl's girl. She's not a nice girl. She's Cruella de Vil behind the scenes. And that Meghan Markle doesn't listen nor take advice. So imagine trying to manage this woman who knows it all. So apparently, if Ari Emanuel, the hottest talent agent in the business, if he can't get you work, honey, Jesus couldn't get you work. You're done. And everyone in Hollywood is sick of Harry and Meghan. As I've mentioned in my 2024 Royal Predictions, I do believe that WME is going to formally and publicly distance themselves from Meghan Markle in the spring. Now, we know that people like Padina and Paula actually called the agency and they got conflicting answers. Again, everything with Harry and Meghan, nothing is as it appears, as it seems. It's always a game of smoke and mirrors, which makes me believe that she is no longer with WME. What do you guys think? Leave me your comments, guys, down below. Well, it appears that Doria Ragland, the world's greatest mother-in-law, the fairy godmother herself, is blessing Harry and Meghan with her presence, permanently living it up in their guest house. That's right, the 70-year-old yoga instructor has abandoned her house in Los Angeles and moved on up to the Montecito compound in the sky, meaning Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's guest house. You know she's there raiding the refrigerator, constantly asking Prince Harry for the Wi-Fi password. Oh, I'm sure he's just so thrilled to have her living there on a permanent basis. Not only does he try to avoid her daughter, but now he's got to avoid the mother too. Oh, I think Harry's saying, oh, there were 3 of us in this marriage. Yeah, I don't think he's really happy to have her there, but you know, according to this puff piece, he just loves having her there, especially since he no longer has an actual relationship with King Charles or the rest of his family. We all know that Prince Harry really loves to get mothered. He loves that motherly love. I mean, he's practically sleeping with the woman who he thought was his mother incarnate. Again, we all know about his little frozen todger and the Elizabeth Arden cream. So yes, does he like to be mothered? That could be something we don't want to find out, but I would say if that is your assumption, you are correct. That Prince Harry definitely has a very weird Oedipus complex when it comes to mothering. And now he's got not 1, but 2 mothers under the same roof. But in my opinion, this definitely sounds like Doria is getting in on an opportunity to get some free rent and take advantage of someone else's Wi-Fi and electricity. Now, according to the source, during the past 12 months, Meghan has lent on her mother more and more during what has been called a rather difficult year for both her and Prince Harry. Now, this year, they really haven't got anything done in regards to projects or deals. The Netflix docuseries, I believe, dropped in December of 2022, and in January of 2023 was the book Spare. It has been a year since the book has been released and over a year since the docuseries. Ever since Meghan Markle signed with WME, it has been crickets. And of course, we all know they were dropped by Spotify for being lazy grifters. So I would say definitely it has been a very bad year financially and career-wise for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Now, according to this article, they said Doria has been Meghan's rock over the past year. Not only has she been there for her daughter, but she has enjoyed helping to look after the grandbabies. Now, according to the source, Harry really adores having Doria there. I'm sure he does. And there are times when he needs alone time, so Doria heads over to the guest house to make herself scarce. Yeah, I don't believe that for one moment. I think we all know that little Prince Harry, he makes himself over to the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. That guy has got a permanent pass or a permanent room to several hotels over in the area. I think we all know a little Prince Harry needs to smoke a doobie and play a video game in his underoos. He heads over to the local hotel to get away from Cruella de Vil and her mother. Okay? Let's be real. He doesn't just say, hey, Doria, kick it to the guest house, get the steppin'. That lady ain't leaving, okay? Once you move someone like her in, sweetheart, she ain't moving out. I hate to tell you, once a grifter, always a grifter. First you got the daughter, now you got the mom. Oh my goodness. There are 3 of you in that marriage for sure. And Doria, she's on that payroll, honey. She's getting that monthly check, and now she's getting some free rent, room and board, and she's using your Wi-Fi password. That's all I'm saying. She's grifting off of Harry and Meghan. Now look, we can give little Doria a benefit of the doubt and say she really is the greatest grandma ever, the greatest mother-in-law, giving Harry some extra motherly love since he's definitely missing his mother. And maybe Meghan isn't acting like Diana enough and he needs someone else to pick up the slack. We don't know what happens behind closed doors, so maybe Doria is helping to fill that motherly void that little Prince Harry so desperately needs. But there also could be the point that maybe, just maybe, they can't afford all the staff. Maybe they have to let some of those nannies and those maids go, and little Doria, living up in the guest house, pick up a duster and vacuum a room, put up a dish, watch the children as we go for our 30th trip of the year, sans children. Maybe it's just easier to have Doria living in the house so Harry and Megsy can go off and have a career and, trips without their children, because we all know they never take their children anywhere. So who knows, maybe that is the real reason why Doria is there. But I do find it hilarious how they're acting like Doria is there to help them through the tough times of the year, and how Harry just really loves having her there. Yeah, I really don't believe anyone wants their mother-in-law living even in the guest house. So what do you guys think about Doria, the mother-in-law of the year, shacking up in their Montecito compound with Harry and Meghan? Well, guys, that is all the royal news that I have for you today. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. And if you liked my content, I hope you will like, share, and subscribe, and help me get to 30,000 subscribers before the end of January. As always, I appreciate you being here, and I hope to see y'all in the next video. Bye, guys.